Hello, my saucy boys. Let's get started with the Arnold Classic wrap. And guys, this is a big one because I do not really agree with the judge's decision this time. I mean, I can see Samsung winning it, like it was somewhat near, but I do not completely agree with the judge's decision after seeing some of like the pictures thoroughly and all that. I'm not quite sure, guys. I mean, I would like to check on this like further, but you probably guys are going to see, and especially like the scorecards where like Samsung has the perfect score. Obviously, guys, this is not anything about Samsung. Samsung, like as a person, as a bodybuilder, he's great. This is more towards like the judges, or were the judges trying to say something, like were trying to send a message, like the competitors, like about the structure, like what they are looking for now. I'm not quite sure what happened, guys. I feel Big Ramy didn't got like the possibility to be compared, even though he was improved. I feel like even Andrew Jack could leapfrog Samsung from certain poses, and that Nick Walker was well over Samsung. You can see in these pictures, guys, Nick Walker is not looking unpleasing as he used to. He has a taper. Guys, just take a look. He has a taper. His weight is streamlined. This is similar to what Jay Cochler used to look like. This other one, his legs from the front are not the best yet. He still needs a little bit more sweep, but they aren't bad, guys. And he improved. These photos are from finals, and he's an improved bodybuilder. Which I mean, it's weird to see this because just take a look at this other photo, guys, where he's looking crazy, just crazy, guys. So like being 110% from the Olympia, like actually improved with better conditioning and better overall symmetry. And after that, losing, like for example, this pose, like he improved in this pose. It's crazy. Like this was a really bad pose at the Mr. Olympia. He was not hitting it like really right. I don't know. It was bad, but this time it is improved. Even like the shape of his back is better. This back double. See how conditioned this guy is and how detailed this guy is. Plus, he's crazy dense. Like he has crazy dense muscle all over himself. Which, guys, I don't know how this happened. I mean, he was not bloated, he was controlling it, he really wasn't like letting it go, and he didn't fade like Samson Dauda. So it's weird because if it was like a battle between these three guys, I could see it. I mean, just take a look at how Andrew Jack looked. He was crazy, guys. He was insane. I could even have like Nick Walker first, Andrew second, Samson third, or like Andrew Jack winning, as crazy as that sounds. Andrew Jack winning, Nick in second, Samson third, or Samson second, Nick in third. I mean, it could go like either way for these three at certain points when you see them. Like they were like guns blazing, all of them when they were going out. But then like for the finals, Nick was improved and he was winning some poses over Samson and Andrew. So I mean like the back shots, they were Nick all day. Like for sure they were Nick all day. Then side shots too. For I don't know, like obviously Samson and Andrew are very aesthetic, but Nick is not bad. If ever he might be losing abs and thighs to Andrew Jack and maybe slightly to Samson, but most muscular guys, he's not losing it. Like from lat spread, he's losing it too. I can agree to that one, but most muscular, I don't think so, guys. So that's really weird, in my opinion. I mean, I do not completely agree with this one. It's weird. Then we have Boyle and Bonac and his shoulders. I think that that was what hindered him. Probably he did some bad injections, and his shoulder has those like little lumps. Oh, I mean, it was not looking good for Willie. I think that that was what actually lost him, like that, like made him drop those spots because everything else was improved, guys, from the Olympia. Like he was dry, he was thick, he was full, he was big. Like also the lumps on the glutes are weird looking. You can see them in this photo. I think that those two things was what lost him, like make him drop those spots. Because if not, he could be as high as fourth or third. I can see it totally. Then we also have Big Ramy, which was really improved. The quads, I don't know how the hell he fixed them. And his front pose, I mean, it was better. It was not like prime Big Ramy. But for sure, the triceps were a little bit improved. The pose was a little bit improved. Like, I mean, like his front side was completely improved. Then from the back, his thickness overall and his lats were starting to go down a little bit, which I was like happy to see it. I was like, oh, this is so happy. I'm so happy to see like his lats going down again, which it's crazy. You can see in this video, guys, like he's about to hit that back double and he's looking crazy, guys. And he's looking thick and he's conditioned. He's not off. And then backlash spread, same story. He is conditioned, he is decent. He's not as good as he was in 2020, but he's better. And I feel that they left him aside a little bit. And his once again his quads were not bad. You're going to see a quad comparison. Almost here where guys you see like the difference. It's crazy. I don't know if he used filler, if he what we don't know what he did, but for sure it were improved. I mean, and he didn't lose like conditioning, which is crazy to think. Then Sean Clarita was a great surprise. He was looking insane and he was really pushing Bergerani. It was a little bit of a what happens if Sean wins, because if Sean wins or is like top three, basically the whole the 212 class is in jeopardy. Because guys, you can grow enough, at that point. You can grow more, you can be in the open, you just have like the Mr. Olympia came out from 212, the top two, like Derek Lunsford came out of 212, so there will be like a big argument to just leave the 212 class. Like, but then Sean Clarita came out. He was really good, but he was not big enough. He was getting dwarfed badly by these other guys. Even though he fared the best that he could, he beat half of the lineup, which is crazy to think. He was fifth. I mean, if you think about it, fifth place is really good place by how stacked this lineup was. I mean, really, like all these guys are great caliber. And then let's talk about Samsung. Once again, this is nothing about Samsung. I'm going to point out and his improvements, like trying to see what the judges saw. For example, this pose, it is improved. He's filling it out more. Then his sticker overall, he's more conditioned. That is what he lacked at the Mr. Olympia. You can see his side try. You can see this Wuha pose. Then he's going to the back and he's starting to have some striations in the glutes, which is great for Samson. I mean, then you can see this back pose. He is looking thicker and better. His legs are hanging really low, which is great for him. Then you're going to see this other in the back, and well, these two back poses are really good. Then he's going to hit the side tricep, and he's beautiful, guys. He's so gracious. And so because I can see the argument, like judges may basically made a statement that they now want aesthetics, that aesthetics are going to rule. Like it doesn't matter if you get conditioned, if you get crazy big, if you don't have the structure. That's maybe what they were doing, guys. I mean, I can see it. I do not completely agree, but as you can see in the scorecards, he had like a perfect score. And then like and Nick Walker and Andrew Jack were really close battling it out. Then William and Akim were battling it out too. You can also see that with Ramy and Sean. Ramy was in fourth with 41, and then Sean with 49. So, guys, honestly, I do not want to bash the judges because at the end are doing their job and it is going to be a tough job. But I do not completely agree. Like with when you see the scorecards, once again, this was a statement that doesn't matter how conditioned you are, how freaky you are, if you are not aesthetic, pretty looking, you are not going to win. You might place really high, as Nick Walker did, but you are not winning. Probably that was the statement, guys. I can see it, I can understand it, or I don't know, guys. What do you think about the Arnold Classic? I feel like Andrew and Nick were a little bit rough this time.